All right, Diamond Crew, let's dive deeper into the breakdown, man, for Sunday, Eagles versus the Browns. This is a must-win for the Philadelphia Eagles. Not saying because, mathematically we'd be out, but we have to do it for our confidence. Let's look at every angle, man. We're going to look at offense, defense, key players, and what we need to tighten up on to handle business in Cleveland. But before we do all that, let's go ahead and run the intro. This right here for the G's and the OGs. But you already know what to do. But if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. First thing we're going to talk about, total offense. The Philadelphia Eagles is putting up 365.5 yards per game, ranked 8th in the NFL. We scored 10 offensive touchdowns. Look, the key to this game is we need to start fast. Starting slow and not scoring early in the game is not an option. We have to score early here, man. No turnovers. But we're going to get in all that. But right now, man, let's talk about the Browns. The Browns are dead last, putting up 239.4 yards per game. They only managed to get 7 offensive touchdowns. They don't have the firepower like us. AJ back, Smitty back. We're going to get in all that. We're going to talk about the passing offense right now. Hurts is averaging 270.8 yards per game, which means we've been airing it out. We've been keeping defense honest. Our passing game is legit, bro. We got A.J. Brown, like I said, Devontae Smith, Deshaun Watson, Deshaun, and the Browns. They only average 142.8 passing yards a game. They ain't going to cut it, man. We need some turnovers from everybody, not just Reed Blankenship, Darius Slay, CJ GJ. I even want to see our rook catch a pick. He always close. Quinyon Mitchell. I need him to close the deal this week. We got to dominate. Let's talk about the rushing offense. On the ground, we got Saquon Barkley. He been putting work in, bro. And he averaged 153.8 rushing yards per game. He dominating the line of scrimmage. We dominate the line of scrimmage, and that's where the Browns are weak. You know what I'm saying? Without Nick Chubb, the Browns would be leaning on Jerome Ford. But he only averaged about 96.6 yards per game. Ford, he ain't the dude that's going to carry the load, Even though he did have over 100 yards last game, I think this is a guy who we can stop. We need to stop the run game this week. We need to tackle better. Let's talk about the points per game. The Philadelphia Eagles are scoring 21.5 points per game. We ain't world beaters, but at times it's enough to get it done, especially when the defense shows up. Let's talk about the Browns. They only scoring about 15.8 points per game. That's a lack of scoring for me. That ain't going to be able to keep up with Hurts, Saquon Barkley, especially if we get these guys rolling super early in the game. Let's talk about the defensive breakdown, man. Total defense. The Eagles got to tighten up right here, man. We allowed 1,463 total yards, and we're ranked 27th in the NFL. That's nasty, nasty work. Too many missed tackles, too many blown assignments. That defense just ain't playing good. We played good against the Saints, and then against the Bucks, we just fell apart. But let's talk about the Browns, man. They've allowed more yards than us, 1,630 total yards. But they are ranked higher than us, 13th. And in my opinion, they have been playing better, more consistently. The offense has been complete trash. Deshaun Watson has been terrible. That's why I really, really need this win. So what we really got to do is we got to keep the defense on the field all the time. Keep that offense out the way. On passing defense, we allow 237 passing yards per game, which ain't great. We got Quinyon Mitchell, Reed Blankenship. These guys can lock down receivers, but we got to see it this week. We can't be a passive defense. The Browns defense is a bit stingy. They only allow 184 passing yards per game. So Hurts is going to have to be sharp. We need the old Hurts back. Let's talk about the rushing defense. The Eagles allow 128 rushing yards per game. This is where we got to get stuff together, especially since the Browns might control the game with Ford. because that passing game is trash. Let's talk about the Browns. They even worse stopping the run, giving up 141.6 rushing yards per game. Barkley going to feast on that line of scrimmage. He going to score a lot of touchdowns. All we got to do is give him the football. Let's talk about the points allowed per game. The Philadelphia Eagles been giving up 24 points per game. We got to lock in, especially in crunch time. They allowed 24.2 points per game, so they ain't good either. This game is going to come down to which defense can step up, and I got faith in the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, he's thrown for 930 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, with a 59.3 QBR rating. Jalen has been a bit shaky. We got to call a spade a spade. The turnovers is too many. We know he can play good football. We know he can be clutch, but we got to get that back, man. He already said in his presser today that it starts with him. He touched the ball every play, so he has to play clean. And we all know, man. We all know what's up. But let's talk about Deshaun Watson. You know, he has 852 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions with a 21.0 QBR rating. That's garbage, fam. That's trash. If we can pressure him, bro, he gonna fold, no question. He been getting sacked like crazy. And I'm saying all this to say that we have to beat these guys convincingly. We can't let them look good. Everybody else in this division done beat up on these boys. So why would we let them beat us or even hang around with us? We got to show the league that we still a contender. Let's talk about the running backs. Saquon Barkley, 435 yards, 6 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns. Barkley been a dog. He's been the guy for the Eagles. You know, he's healthy. He's ready to get a win for us. We just need the rest of the team to get back. We got Lane back. We were missing a lot of key pieces. Pause. But now we got these guys coming back. Let's talk about Jerome Ford, man. He has 250 yards, 5.2 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. You know, he's been solid, but he ain't got nothing for our running back. Saquon Barkley is one of those guys. His calf muscles is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the receivers, man. And we're going to talk about the wideouts, and we're going to talk about the tight end. We're going to talk about a combined yards. We got Smith, Goddard, Brown. They got 659 total yards combined, 2 touchdowns. You know, Jalen Hurts has been able to spread the ball around, you know, and with AJ and Smitty back, just going to be able to, you know, let him feel comfortable with throwing the football again. You know, we need this group to cut up. So let's talk about the Browns receivers. They got Jerry Jeudy, Amari Cooper, and Atkins, combining 519 total yards, 4 touchdowns. You know, those guys been playing well, man. They got some good receivers over there, but our corners got to lock them boys up, especially if the pass rush can get home. We need to see some pass rush. We haven't been seeing it the last few weeks. We paying Bryce Huff all his money. Where you at? From reports, we've been using him wrong, saying that, you know, he's supposed to be in a 4-point stance, and we've been using him in a 2-point stance, or basically standing up. Make the adjustments. You're back from a bye week. Zach Bond, he got 43 tackles, 2 sacks. Bond been solid. You know, we just got rid of Devin White. Not sure what happened there, but, you know, Zach Bond has been a guy who just showed up out of nowhere. I always knew Zach Bond was going to be good. I got the receipts. I've been said it, but I didn't know he was going to be this good. But I still don't understand what's happening with our linebacker group with just flushing out Devin White, him not getting no snaps, no reps in the regular season, but he started the whole preseason in camp. He was in linebacker number 1. Now he released. We're going to get into that too. But we need to put some pressure on the quarterback this week because it's important. So let's talk about the Browns, man. We got JOK. He got 39 tackles, 1 sack. He's their top guy on defense. But if we can double team him, you know, we should be able to move the ball. Real quick, man, we're going to get into the key wins and the key losses. The Eagles we took care of business, but we also lost 2 games to the Falcons and the Bucks. But we got to bounce back this week. Let's talk about the Browns, man. They only have 1 win, 1 measly win. And that's against the Jaguars. The Browns lost to the Dallas Cowboys, the Giants, the Raiders, and the Commanders. The whole NFC East. We got to keep that streak alive, man. We got to get back to it. We can't go down this week. Pause. So let's talk about the head-to-head history, man. The Eagles versus the Browns, all time. The Browns lead the series 32-17 and 1 tie. But we've been 4-1 the last 5 matchups. So we've been winning the matchups lately, but they win it all the time. Real quick, man, let's talk about the X factors and getting a few final thoughts so we can get up out of here today. Look, coaching, Nick Sirianni, I don't know about him. Not really a big fan. So look, let's talk about Kevin Stefanski. He got a couple of playoff bursts. That team ain't good right now. I don't know if he much better. But I do want to talk about the X factors, the guys who, we can probably trust that's going to make some really big plays. For me, I'm going to say Saquon Barkley, man. This dude can catch out the backfield. He can run. He can just break off a big play at any moment, and it'd be 50 to 60 yards for a touchdown. So that's a guy who can change the game. He definitely is the reason why the Eagles have had the success that they had. So I'm going to say Saquon Barkley got to have a good game. I guess we need to probably listen or watch out for Jerome Ford, the running back. He's decent. He can get loose. I did tell you earlier that he had over 100 yards last game. Probably the best he's done ever. So, we definitely need to watch out for him. But I want to talk about the prediction and who I think going to win, what I expect. The Eagles, 31. The Browns, 14. That's the type of score I need to see. We need to be locked in. The Browns ain't ready. And everybody know that. So a struggle here or a loss here is not going to look good. We need to dominate on all phases this week. Offense, defense, special teams. We need to be balanced. That's something that we have not done to this point. There's never no balanced football. If the offense is good, the defense is off. If the defense is good, the offense is off. Special teams, same thing. But look, man, let's talk about what we got going on, man. We got Lane Johnson back. We got A.J. Brown back. We got Devontae Smith back. All back in practice. This is going to be a great impact for us to get our star players back. A.J. Brown, we haven't had since the first week. So that is a really good player who's been out for a very long time. And I'm happy that he's 100% ready. He's cleared to play. And let's get to it. Devontae Smith, he was out there in practice. He had his pads on, but he also is still in concussion protocol. So we won't know until Sunday if he's going to play. Also, man, Sidney Brown, his practice window is open. He could be in at the dime linebacker. We got to get him some snaps. I'm not sure where we're going to see him. If he is ready, if he is available, I want to get him on the field, man. This guy is a dynamic player. He can definitely play downhill. He can also play between the gaps. You can send him after the quarterback. If he catch the football, interception, he toting that pup to the house. That was the last play that I remember. He ran that thing for like over 90 yards, and then he got hurt. So I know this guy is a big play guy, and we need him on the field. Hopefully he's ready. If not, look, man, it is what it is. But I'm going to keep you updated on that. Devin White was released. I don't know what we're going to do with our linebacker depth. Should we be concerned? Because now it's just looking like Nakobe Dean, who in my opinion is a liability in coverage. He can play between the gaps, but he can't cover. Bruh get burnt. So, should we be concerned with the lack of linebacker depth, or is Jeremiah Trotter ready to step up? The rookie. We need him to go out there. We need somebody to step up right now. Aeneas Smith is also back, you know, an impact player, maybe. Kenny, I don't know. Another rookie. His 21-day window opened up as well, you know, so we expected big things from him, and we didn't see it. He came on late, pause, but look, he's back. We need as much help as we can get. That number 3 spot for the wide receivers is still wide open. So look, man, big news. Cooper DeJean is supposed to be at nickel, starting. Is Maddox about to get benched? Look, if you seen the press conference from Nick Sirianni, he said he wasn't ready to tell us, which he always being secretive, but there has been reports that Cooper DeJean is going to get the start at nickel, and that is perfect because Avonte Maddox is buns. Like, look, we all know Maddox could play back in the day, maybe a couple years ago, but Maddox been getting burnt a lot lately. And, you know, it also was a video of him on this dude about him playing Fortnite with him.
You still be gaming?
Yeah, yo.
You gotta get on there one more time.
I still play, bro. I got you on Fortnite.
Yeah.
And you out here getting smacked around. Like, we don't really want that. You know, we need some dogs out there. We don't need, if you getting beat by 20 points and you talking about, can we play Fortnite later? We need some dogs out there. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see Avonte Maddox benched. Nick Sirianni said that he's still been doing well. Are we going to see Trotter? Are we going to see Jalix Hunt? Because Bryce Huff, he's been struggling. So I think, you know, I want to see these rookies. Let's start them. Let's get them experienced. I know these guys are ready to help the team. We need to tackle better this week. We need to do that. We've been tackling terrible. Like I said, we had the dummies in practice. Will it make a difference? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Jalen got to play clean, no turnovers. Can he turn it around? Stop giving the ball away in key moments. That's the question. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But look, man, it's time to lock in. It's time to get ready for the game. You know we're going to make some noise. I need y'all to leave some comments. Look, man, if you made it this far in the video and you felt like this pup helped you out, please do the channel a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you always up to date. But for now,
yeah, I got some diamonds on me dancing, looking like they prancing. Always on my BI, we talking about expansion. Looking at a mansion, open up the benches, hanging off the blicket, empty out the sticky, shooting like I'm Jimmy. Chipwood, this good, sorry that I'm this hood.